Well, we just wanted to reach out and say good morning to all coffee kind, all our valued Zest partners, partner cafes out there. We certainly in difficult times, challenging times, we're all aware of that. But I just wanted to reach out and with a bit of encouragement to everyone to keep going strong, keep safe, keep strong and keep well. That's the message. What I really want to just go over today and make it absolutely crystal clear is that thankfully Zest as a business, being a food and beverage manufacturer and provider, we're open for business. That's the good news. And the other good news is that our cafe partners are still allowed to be open for takeaway coffee. Now that's great because it presents us with an ongoing opportunity. At the same time, I want to just take this moment to reach out to those of you that probably are under pressure. Many may have had someone affected in their family or their circle of friends affected by this virus. None of us are immune to it. None of us can exempt ourselves by it and from it. And we just want to be sympathetic with everybody out there. There's also a number of our cafe partners that have had to close, have been forced to close or have felt they've had no option other than to close because of this latest lockdown. And we're sympathetic with you. We encourage you to keep going, keep strong, keep positive as you can through these tough times. And we're there to help you reopen as soon as it's possible and safe to do so. You've stuck with us all these years for many of you, and we're here to stick with you as we go into the future. What I'd like to say is we have to look at this as a storm, and we have to get through these troubled waters of the storm now. We have to prevail in view of getting through to the sunshine at the other side, and we can do it together. To those cafes, many of you may be in a bit of a valley of decision as to whether to keep open or to close. It's very difficult to gauge and predict the viability of staying open at the moment. But what we would like to say as a business is that if it's at all possible for you to stay open, that's the best choice. That's if it's safe to do so and if it's possible financially for you to do so. And we say that because we see ongoing demand for takeaway coffees. If you think about the thousands of people now that sadly have been stood down or unable to go to work, you might say confined to the suburbs in which they live. They're only allowed to go out in a 5-kilometre radius. But one thing they're allowed to do, and we all know this, we're all allowed to do it, and that's to go for exercise 1 hour a day, and they're allowed to go shopping for an hour a day. Those are two opportunities to grab a coffee. And we see this happening right across the suburbs. Our cafes on the city fringe, in the suburbs, and in regional areas indeed are really, many of them are going gangbusters at the moment. And we encourage everyone that can to take advantage of this, you might say, provision for us in the current restrictions. So with that, I just want to encourage everyone and ask you to call out to us if there's anything that we can do to help. We've got a full team. We've retained all our staff, thankfully, and we're at your service. And as we go through these difficult days, we want you to reach out. We want to be more flexible than ever to make sure that we're meeting your needs. Thank you.
Good morning. As Rod said, there's a lot of change upon us, and it's the way we adapt to change that makes us win or lose. Now, we found in every business that we've had to do with that we need to be flexible, and we need to be able to move with the market and identify the opportunities that these forced changes present. There's none of us, as Rod said, none of us immune to this situation, and yet we want to make the best of it. I think what the key is that creativity is what a business lives or dies on. And if you can be creative in this these stage 4 restrictions, when everything is sort of doom and gloom around us, it'll be your key to success. As we said before, people are allowed out to do their hour of exercise every day, and if you can attract them to making their way to your cafe, it's going to be a win-win situation for them and for you, and we're here to support you. So obviously your demands are going to vary, not going to be your standard weekly orders perhaps. You might be increasing, you might be decreasing. We're here as a team to support you in that, and if there's anything we need to do to help you through, we're here for you. Speaking of creativity and innovation, something that we've set up during this lockdown period is our own in-house pottery studio here at Zest in Berwick. As you can see before us, we've got these beautiful cups that we've created, and there's nothing like having a handcrafted cup with which to drink a handcrafted brew of Zest Coffee. So we've employed a guy by the name of Eddie, who sadly lost his job at his previous employment through this COVID crisis, but we've been able to put him on, and he's come up with some beautiful designs. As you can see here, different sizes, different designs, different finishes, and all absolutely unique to Zest. We can make a range like this unique to your cafe too. If you have any interest in this, please give me a call and we can work it out. For example, this is a cup that we've created for a certain cafe that was wanting something that was very cylindrical with a rounded bottom and nice and curved in the base there. We also have a latte cup that's been designed for a certain client, as well as this beautiful cup here that was designed by Aryan, our head of coffee, and lastly this beautiful cappuccino bowl, which was inspired by Caleb Cha, who's previous world latte art champion. So as you can see, we've got a lot of flexibility. We're having a bit of fun here during this lockdown period, and we would love to share this with you. Basically, what we want to do is, once this forced takeaway era is over, we want to celebrate with the most amazing range of crockery. Thank you.